This video is to help you with number 1 on CR Helper number 25. For number 1, they want you to simplify a numerical expression. In math, anytime we're going to simplify a numerical expression, we want to use our order of operations. Our order of operations, you might know them as PEMDAS, are parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication or division left to right, and then finally addition or subtraction left to right. So let's take a look at the expression we're given. We always want to work within parentheses first. So I go within parentheses. 41 minus 6 to the second power. Within parentheses, I have a subtraction and I have an exponent. I have to handle my exponent before my subtraction. So what I do is everything else is going to end up being the same. 3 squared. Within parentheses, I have 41 minus. Outside that parenthesis, I'll still have a squared. So the only thing I'm going to do in this first step is within parentheses, I'm going to handle 6 squared. So I have to know what 6 squared means. 6 squared means 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. It's really important you understand this 2 tells you how many times you're going to multiply the base of 6 by itself. So 6 squared is 6 times 6, or 36. So within parentheses, instead of having 6 squared, I'm going to put a 36. I have to continue to work in parentheses until I get a single value. So now I look at my parentheses and I say, okay, all I have to handle is some subtraction. Some teachers have you do little carets to show what you're putting together. So my subtraction is 41 minus 36. So off to the side, I have to do my 41 minus 36. Borrow from the 4 becomes a 3, the 1 becomes an 11. So that's 11 minus 6 is 5. So 41 minus 36 is 5. We're working down our page. Everything else stays the same. Okay. We finally have a single value within parentheses. The single value is 5. You'll notice all of my scrap work I'm doing off to the side. But when I'm actually simplifying the expression, I'm just working down the page. So now I have a single value within parentheses. So my parentheses are set. The next step is exponents. Okay, so I have to handle my exponents. I have to handle 3 squared and I have to handle 5 squared. Before we do that, I just want to make sure you understand what's the operation between the 3 squared and the 5 squared. If no operation appears there, we have this parenthesis to kind of help us see that. But if no operation appears there, that would be multiplication. So I just want to make sure that you understand there is a multiplication going on in between there. All right, so we're going to handle 3 squared. 3 squared means 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So underneath the 3 squared, I will write a 9. I also have to handle 5 squared. All right. 5 squared means 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So underneath the 5 squared, I put a 25. And I put that little dot there to remind us that's actually a multiplication going on between those. If you don't see a mathematical operation, we assume it is multiplication. All right, we've handled all our exponents. Next step is to multiply or divide left to right. Well, the good news is all we have is one step left. It's to multiply these. So again, off to the side, I would do 25 times 9. I like my scrap work to be off to the side. When I'm actually showing the teacher my final process, I want to be working down the page. All right, so scrap work. 25 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Put down a 5. Carry a 4. 9 times 2 is 18, and 4 more. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 18 and 4 more is 22, so that's 225. So that would be 225. So hope that's one of the answers. Oh, it sure is. Now your number 1 is a little different than this, but it still follows a very similar set of rules. You have to follow your order of operations, and your work should be similar to mine, just not exactly the same. Good luck.